Good morning. My name is Sarah. I will be going over Aim for the Heart Chapter 1, which is also called Aim for the Heart. Here are some tips on what news stories should do. In the book, we are given the acronym FAITH, so the story should be fair, accurate, interesting, thorough, and human. The story should also teach the audience something new, illuminate an event that's what you're doing the story on, and inspire them or give them a call to action. The author also talks about metaphorical language. It helps paint a picture and creates a link to something that is familiar to the audience. So an example he used is to write, he fluffed his lines versus he forgot his lines. He also talked about figurative language, and in class we talk about this a lot to avoid superlative adjectives like awesome, great, amazing. The book says it can be in your sound bites, but as a reporter, you should avoid them having in your script. A quote from Tompkins' wife, she said, "People always remember what they feel longer than what they know." And these are tips to remember when writing. Avoid fact-telling, do storytelling. He uses an example of a story where you talk about a stock ticker compared to an elderly woman who lost all her money because of the stock market, so she can't afford medication or her shelter. Next point is that story should be narrow and deep. Good writing is when you're selecting, not compressing, so you don't try to fit all the facts you know into one thing. Why and how are also what make the story. What, when, and where are good, but why should the audience care and how did this come to happen? The next point is the focus statement. It should answer who did what. The answer to this question usually comes with a noun, a verb, and an object. This helps simplify the story to the audience. And finally, for the slide, use sound bites for the subjective parts of your story, so the thoughts, opinions, and feelings and emotions, and use the script or copy for the objective part of your story, the facts and details. So this is what you're saying as a voiceover. And these are some tips of how to find focus for deep and narrow stories. So the questions, I'll just read them out loud. What is the most interesting part of the story? This is usually the main thrust. What surprised me, the writer? This could be used as your lead. What did I learn that I didn't know before? This is the main surprise, which is usually put early in the story. And what will viewers want to know? In what order will they ask these questions? The answer to this will determine the story frame. And what do I want viewers to remember and feel at the end of the story? This is the most memorable soundbite that you can use. And what comes next? This will lead you to the end of the story, so like a conclusion or a kicker, and it'll make the audience want to come back for more. Those details will help you answer the key question that will focus your story. What is the story about? And that is the end of my presentation. This is a bibliography.